Okay, hello. Hi, we're alive. You know that feeling when you skip class and then you show up the next day and like the teacher knows you skipped class and then you just like walk in and sit down? Like, it's kind of how I feel right now. And I gotta be honest with you. There's some good reasons, some not so good, but valid because my feelings are valid, okay? I have much to show you and to share with you in today's video. I shall be drinking from my sloth mug, and yes, that is black coffee you see, because I'm back on black coffee, doing my clean fasting, which is not as bad as it sounds. It just takes a little bit of time to get used to if you're not a black coffee drinker. It just takes a little bit of time. You get there. You get there. Still sadness, but you get there. I know you've just been waiting, right? I'm sure I've gotten thousands of emails. That's not true. Being like, Angie, please, we have to know what you got for Christmas. Because you know that every year CR gets me something for my inner weirdo. And I'm sure you've just been beside yourself not knowing what I got for Christmas this year. You don't have to wait yet another moment. It's right here in this cabinet and I'm going to show you. If I was a mean vlogger, I would tease it and say like, I'll show you at the very end of the video. Or maybe a smart vlogger because YouTube cares about watch time. But I'm not going to do that because I've already started going down this path and there's just no turning back. So I'm going to show you now. The agreement is you promise to watch to the end of the video. Okay, that's the deal. I'll show you now if you promise to watch the whole video so that YouTube doesn't get mad that you stayed just for this part and then bailed. Okay? Handshake. I'm seriously not trying to drag this out, but I'm genuinely curious. Like, how was your Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? Did you get anything like funny or wild or crazy? Please tell me down in the comments. These are my favorite things to read on my weirdo gift guide. I loved reading the comments and hearing people's other like gift ideas and stuff for other like weirdos. So please tell me down below in the comments what you got for Christmas. Even if it's not weird, even if it was just like really nice, or I don't know, maybe you got socks, which by the way, I think would be a great present because my socks tend to disappear. Okay, let me show you. He lost his hat. Yes, that's right. I did say he lost his hat. If you're not aware of this, every year for the last few years, my dear sweet husband has gotten me like a funny Christmas present. It started in 2021, I believe, where he got me a taxidermied squirrel. I was totally shocked, totally surprised. It was not something that I asked for. I have no idea where he even got the idea, but he got me a taxidermied squirrel. I fell in love with it. Her name is Elma Turrell. Elma Turrell, she's a beautiful squirrel. She lives out here in the office. And then last year for Christmas, because I loved Elma Turrell so much, well, maybe I'll just show you them. This is Elma Turrell. She's making an unkind hand gesture, which is part of the reason I think he thought I would love it so much. So that's Elma Turrell. And then last year he got me Dolly, and she is a little mouse. She's a working gal. You know, she works hard for the money. Okay, that's Dolly. I didn't name Dolly, by the way. She came with the name Dolly. And so I thought, what's he going to get me this year? I had seen something that I really wanted, but they were constantly sold out, and I really didn't think he'd be able to get it. And he didn't. But I think he might have done better because I did not see this coming. Okay, are you ready? King Julien! Yes, that's right. King Julien, maybe one of my all-time favorite cartoon characters, story characters ever. I love King Julien. This is not, in fact, a lemur. Okay, so nobody panic. It's a mouse that's been made to look like, or a rat. I mean, mice aren't that big. A rat-ish thing. It's a rat. I don't know. It's, you know, been made to look like King Julien. So it's grotesque, but that's how I like it. You know, so now these three live together in my cabinet. I saw like a meme the other day that, you know, when you're trying to decide what to declutter and get rid of, remember that like someday your family's going to have to go through all of this stuff. And I thought, yeah, that's right, they will. It's half the reason I want this weird stuff is so that someday when my children go through it, they're like, oh my, do you remember how weird mom was? Do you remember her taxidermy things? Like my kids love these. They love to come out to my office and look at them. They also want to play with my screaming goat and yodeling pickle. I digress. Let's carry on. I'm sure you lost many nights of sleep wondering. Okay, now you know. I'm just kidding. How are y'all? Happy New Year-ish. It's a couple weeks late after New Year. We're getting back into the swing of things. I want to like truly like bring y'all in on our thought process, some ideas we have, some things that we would like to change and do differently. And I would just genuinely love your input and thoughts on it. I mean that, like from the bottom of my heart, I mean that I would love to know like what you think and like for you to weigh in on some of the things that we're thinking about. So before we do that though, I have to share with you guys my ThredUp order because, well, I have to say this. I know I say this every time, but I have to say it this time because not only is this one of my best ThredUp orders, but my favorite section on ThredUp is Rockin', okay? If you feel like you have a hard time finding like the gems and the good stuff, no worries, I've done it for you. And if you're totally new here and you're like, what's ThredUp? I've been sharing about ThredUp for years, so I always assume that you know ThredUp, but maybe you don't. They are the world's largest online secondhand retailer. You can find all of your favorite brands at a fraction, and I mean fraction. One of the pieces I'm going to share with you today is it's a shocking discount. You can find all your favorite brands, Anthropologie, Free People, Lululemon, Varley, all of those brands. It's gently used, sometimes even new with tags. I'm going to share with you what I got. Also, don't forget to use my discount code. It's Gathered, and the link is down below in the description box, but the code is Gathered, and that's going to get you 40% off your first order. So you definitely want to use that. And go check out the things that I favorited because I've done half the work for you, okay? Made it very simple. You know, I had to like toss on the red lips to give it like the full effect. I love this shirt. I'm not super into animal print these days. I don't wear much of it. But when I saw this top, I was like, you know, that is real cute. I like it. I'm gonna give it a try. And I'm not sad that I did. It's a Rachel Zoe top. And you might want to sit down if you're not already because the estimated retail price on this top is $316. And I got it for $15 on ThredUp. Over $300 off. What more proof do you need? Okay, I just thought this was so cute. It would look good with like the turquoise. I love wearing turquoise jewelry. A little bit of red lips. That's why I popped that on so you could get the full effect. We will zhuzh the hair. Dress this up, dress this down with just jeans and boots. It's hard to go wrong for $300 off. Another top from a brand that is normally kind of very pricey, new. This top is from Show Me Your Mumu. And I really like this detail. I can wear it with a tank top under it when it's cold, but then no tank top under it as the weather warms up. Yes, it is winter and cold now, but it will not always be. At least that's what I'm telling myself. How cute. Show Me Your Mumu, which is an oddly named brand, but I still really like most of their stuff. In case you didn't see when I opened the packet, this is a brand new jacket, new with tags on from English Factory. I adore this, but it's got like this ruffle to it right here and the ruffle on the sleeve as well. The estimated retail price on this thing is $178, and I got it for ThredUp, once again, for $15.50. Come on. Brand new. Totally, you could dress this up, dress it down. You know what? I might just like throw on a little pair of pearls with this or something for 15 bucks, y'all. 15 bucks. Where my fellow Free People lovers at, you know we're not getting through a ThredUp haul without something from Free People because, well, I love Free People. If Angie was a sweater, this would be Angie as a sweater. It's got fringe, it's oversized, a big like cowl neck. So cute. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I really do feel as though I find the very best Free People things. Like I said, don't forget to check out all the things I favorited. I kind of like did the pre-shopping for you. Now you can shop the things that I find. You can use my brain as a proxy for yours to find the best stuff on ThredUp. Last but certainly not least is this adorable sweater. This is a Maeve by Anthropologie sweater. And I think this is so adorable with like the crocheted sleeves. Kind of has like a little bit of 70s vibes. I feel like in the wintertime, everything just feels kind of like drab and sad. And I liked that this was a sweater, but it's like happy. It's like happy mood colors. It's uplifting. It's encouraging. It's not sad. I just thought some fun, happy colors were called for. I normally like to give everything a wash before I wear it, just because I'm that way. But I'm going to keep this sweater on, and I'm going to wear it for the rest of the day anyways, because it's super comfy and cute, and I like it. It makes me feel happy and fun. Okay, I was thinking like, how am I going to give them all the updates in an efficient manner? Because I can tend to drone on. And I realized, you know what? I think this calls for a montage. You're still here. Go to the montage. We kicked off our December by participating in the local Hoofbeats horse parade. We live in a horse town, and every Christmas they do this parade that is all horses. The girls begged me to do it, so we Amazoned some outfits, and there was no theme. It was just Christmas, but look at how dapper Mr. Vince looks in his little hat. We had so much fun. It was a good time. And then, as y'all probably remember, Mr. Goose passed away very unexpectedly, and Millie, I mean, all the kids were sad, but Millie was heartbroken. So we decided to surprise her for Christmas with a new kitty, and it really just, I mean, it completely melted our hearts. It was a perfect gift to our whole family just a few days before Christmas. This is Penny. Meet Penny. She's our new kitty cat. And just like Goose was, she is completely enamored by Amelia. She's like putty in her hand. She does whatever she wants. They snuggle. She goes up and sleeps in her bed with her. They just are bonding already. And Ciara and I say this all the time, but Penny is honestly like
the perfect combination of Goose and Maverick. She's got a little bit of that seriousness that Maverick had, but the super lovey, sweet, fun, cuddly side of Goose. So she's been a great addition to the farm and the family. Now if I could just get her to not climb up my seagrass wallpaper all the way to the ceiling. And then it was holiday Christmas festivities time. We did all of our normal decorating of the tree. We spent a lot of time with my family. My parents came. They brought their camper and stayed actually like in our driveway. So we got to hang out with them for a couple days before Christmas, and we played a ton of board games and had, card tournaments and all kinds of fun things. So I always love getting to spend time with family and make those holiday memories. We took our own annual family photo this year. So this is what I do. I set up my tripod and just hit record. And then we all just try to pose and smile and, take screenshots of it for our Christmas photo. So that's fun. And the cat also. On Christmas Eve, while Sierra and I were setting out the presents, she decided to climb the tree. I forgot that having cats means they like to climb inside your Christmas tree. And one of the best presents that we gave on Christmas were these absolutely hilarious portraits that I got off of Etsy for the girls. As y'all know, Oliver passed away very suddenly. And so I knew Shelby would love this, and just a great way to kind of memorialize him, as well as Darcy. And then after the holidays, Miss Kennedy turned 17 and of course wanted yet another dog for training. She's working on her dog training business and she wanted a harder breed to train. And lest you wonder if Shelby's sad she wants another dog, she does, in fact, since Oliver passed away, but she is waiting for one of Darcy's puppies. So Darcy's not pregnant currently, but Kennedy would like to breed her. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. Now, because it was Kennedy's 17th birthday, it provided me my one and only opportunity to make her this cake. She's always loved Mamma Mia, so have I, and I thought this is the perfect cake, and she loved it. And in case you're wondering what it's like to be one of 8 kids and have everybody sing you happy birthday, you might want to turn down your headphones.
There you have it. Now you have all the updates. You know what's been going on, and we're caught up. And then you can see kind of like therein lies the struggle. Therein lies the rub about what to do moving forward with our channel, like what to share, what do you guys genuinely want to see. We built this huge channel. I mean, it's huge to us. There's people with 20 million subscribers, but it's huge to us. And we've built this community that matters a lot to us. And I think that's why I've had such a hard time figuring out like exactly what to do and share, because I don't want to just squander this community away or waste your time. I have gone back and forth between so many different ideas, and like people seem to like when I do the Q&As and sit down videos. You guys tend to like when Sierra and I sit down and share together. And so we've tossed around everything from like a weekly live show together. I just don't know if y'all are like live watching people. I love watching lives, even if I watch it on a replay, like, because I'm mostly just listening to things. I'm not always watching things. We thought about doing like a podcast style. We also thought about like going to like a weekly vlog that is a kind of wrap up of the entire week, where we just film throughout the week and then smash that together into one vlog instead of having one vlog be one day. It's just, listen, I've said this before, but there are some people that are still very successfully like vlogging this sort of old school traditional way of vlogging, but those people are also sharing more of their family than we're sharing. So I've always told you guys that I am boring and my life is boring, and that bears out when it comes to vlogging without sharing my kids a ton. That's why you don't see so many videos anymore, because, my life is fairly boring to the average person, at least from what we see on social media and stuff. Everything looks so grandiose and big, and I just feel like nobody wants to watch me bake bread and answer emails and feed chickens. Everything always looks so exciting and flashy and stuff on social media, and that's just not our life, and that's not what we want our life to be. So we're happy with a quieter, simpler life. In fact, I realized the other day that I had not left my home in almost 2 weeks. I went to an outlet place with my mom right after Christmas, and on like the 10th, on Kennedy's birthday, I went to get in the car and everything was still in the car from when I went shopping with my mom, and I hadn't left the house since that day. So I'm kind of a homebody and I like it that way. So we've tossed around that idea of doing like a weekly vlog with just kind of like boring happenings. And then when there are like home projects and stuff, we can share those, because I know many of y'all like the home renovations and home projects and stuff. I've tried so many times to just come up with a plan and stick to it and try to figure out what kind of content I feel comfortable making and I feel like is a true depiction, you know, because it feels so different on a vlog channel than other places. The format on YouTube has changed so much, the expectations of YouTube and the algorithm and the way that people consume content. I mean, I cannot tell you, TikTok has changed everything. It's changed everything. It has made short form content like the go-to for everybody, shorts and reels and TikToks and all of this stuff. And it's made people's attention spans even shorter than they were before, which means that for channels like ours that were making, you know, 20+ minute vlogs, not so easy to do. So that's changed a lot in terms of the kind of content, the length of content, what people are expecting out of content these days. And it's just, you know, the idea of like picking up the camera and being like, hey guys, this is what we're doing today. It's just not as feasible as it once was. I have so many ideas. Y'all know I'm like a wild and crazy ideas person. And I've got so many ideas of things that I would want to share or do or talk about. You know, I don't want to like make hard pivots. I genuinely care what you think. I genuinely care what you would like to see. And it's tough because people say one thing in the comments, but that doesn't bear out in like viewership. You know, you'll get a bunch of comments from people saying they want to see this or they want to see more of this. And not to mention, some of our most loyal viewers and subscribers are not people who ever comment. So there's like a whole, you know, thought process and a whole group of people that feel one way about things, but they're not vocal about it. Like I watch videos all the time. I almost never comment on videos, almost never. The only way you can really understand what people actually want is what people are actually watching, what they're clicking on and what they're watching. So that's the kind of the thing that we've had to use to try to make decisions. And it's just made it tough. Feels very like separate from actually talking to the community in the comments and stuff. So tell me down below in the comments what you would like to see, what you would like to see more of. If you had your druthers, if you had your way, what would the content moving forward? Would you like that weekly live show? Would you like weekly like sit down fun like Q&A bantering kind of like podcast kind of thing between Ciara and I? Would you like just weekly vlogs that will be kind of a mishmash and randomness? Would you like more food content? Would you like more meals type content? Maybe more homeschooling content? Just let us know down below in the comments. And then I'm also going to put a poll up on the community tab. So I'm going to put a poll up there so that you can just vote as well. And maybe that will make it really clear and we'll just kind of like come away with a clear winner of what you guys would like to see. I'm going to leave this video here because it's already way longer than I intended it to be, but I wanted to share with you my Christmas presents and update you on what's been going on and get you to weigh in on what you'd like to see moving forward. We have done that. Thus, we are done together today.
And don't forget to check out ThredUp, y'all. Use my code GATHERED and get 40% off your first order. Go check out my favorites. I've already got you started. I've already found you the good stuff. Check out ThredUp at the link down below in the description box.
Let me know what you want to see more of. And don't say feet or knuckle cracking. Weirdos.